You stand at the edge of a vast, forgotten battlefield, not one of ancient stone or shattered shields, but of everyday words. You utter phrases without thought, common sayings woven into the very fabric of your daily conversations. But what if these innocent expressions are more than just figures of speech? What if they are linguistic fossils? Ancient whispers echoing from distant battlefields, royal courts, and forgotten traditions. Imagine your voice itself is a time capsule. Every idiom you use, every colorful metaphor, carries a hidden code. It's a code etched by the lives of your ancestors, their struggles, their triumphs, and their peculiar customs. Today, we'll unlock some of these secrets, specifically those buried within idioms beginning with the letter B. Our journey begins in the heart of the Roman Empire, a place where emperors understood the delicate balance between power and populace. For thousands of years, historians puzzled over the true methods of imperial control. How did a handful of rulers keep millions of citizens content, even docile amidst staggering inequality? The answer, as the satirist Juvenal so cuttingly observed around 100 AD, was simple panem et circenses, bread and circuses. This phrase, known across languages, refers to a strategy where a government appeases its population by providing them with food and entertainment, rather than addressing their grievances or political needs. Can you picture the vast, roaring crowds of the Colosseum? Throngs of people, their hunger for both sustenance and spectacle met by imperial decree. These weren't mere distractions, they were the very pillars of social stability. Jarker Mary Beard, a renowned classical historian, illuminates how these public spectacles served as a powerful tool for maintaining social order. Transforming potentially rebellious citizens into passive observers, the Roman authorities understood human nature implicitly. Provide enough grain, stage enough gladiatorial contests, chariot races, or public executions, and the population would remain largely indifferent to the intricate workings of power. The phrase bread and circuses isn't just about ancient Rome. It's a chillingly relevant descriptor of political manipulation throughout history, a testament to how effectively basic human desires can be exploited. Even today, when we speak of bread and circuses, we invoke the specter of ancient Rome, reminding us how easily substance can be swapped for spectacle. Now, shift your gaze to a dense, primeval forest, where the rustle of leaves might mask the approach of friend or foe. Imagine two rival tribes, their histories scarred by conflict, finally ready to lay down their arms. Their leaders meet not with written treaties, but with a symbolic gesture, powerful enough to transcend words. They bury the hatchet. This evocative idiom originates from the peace rituals of various Native American tribes, particularly in the northeastern woodlands of North America. After a period of warfare, when a peace agreement was reached, weapons like tomahawks, knives, and war clubs would literally be buried in the ground. It was a tangible, irreversible commitment to ending hostilities. The act of burying the hatchet was a sacred covenant, witnessed by the spirits of the land and the ancestors. Anthropologist William Brandon, in his studies of Native American cultures, describes these peace treaties as deeply spiritual and communal acts, far removed from the legalistic contracts of European nations. Consider the weight of that action, physically interring the instruments of violence. It wasn't just a metaphor, it was a profound declaration that the past was to be interred with the weapons, allowing new growth, new peace, to sprout from the soil. The phrase carries a far deeper resonance than simply making up. It speaks of a fundamental, almost spiritual desire to leave conflict behind entirely. When you bury the hatchet today, you're unconsciously performing an ancient ceremony, echoing the deep-seated human need for reconciliation and new beginnings. Our journey takes a sharper turn now, to a moment of irreversible decision, a point of no return. You are a conqueror, standing on a foreign shore, your ships bobbing in the harbor behind you. Ahead lies an unknown land, teeming with danger and opportunity. What do? You burn the boats. This idiom springs from desperate, audacious military tactics used throughout history, where retreat was simply not an option. One of the most famous instances involves Hernán Cortés, the Spanish conquistador, who in 1519 famously scuttled or burned his ships upon arriving in Veracruz, Mexico. By destroying his fleet, Cortés effectively eliminated any possibility of retreat for his soldiers, forcing them to commit entirely to the conquest of the Aztec Empire. Historian Bernal Díaz del Castillo, a foot soldier with Cortés, documented the sheer terror and resolve this act instilled in the Spanish ranks. But the concept predates Cortés. Alexander the Great reportedly employed similar tactics. The Roman general Julius Caesar, in his Gallic Wars, described how he would often destroy bridges behind his advancing legions to ensure their commitment to forward conquest. The act wasn't about foolish destruction, it was about absolute, unequivocal commitment. When you burn the boats in modern usage, you are embracing a strategy of total dedication, eliminating all fallback options to ensure success. It's a phrase for those moments when you must fully commit, knowing there's no going back. Now, imagine yourself in the grip of unimaginable pain. Perhaps you're a soldier on a battlefield, wounded beyond the reach of modern medicine. An arm must be amputated, a bullet extracted. There is no anesthetic, only a crude saw or a sharp knife. What is offered to you to endure the agony? Something to bite the bullet. This grim idiom refers to the literal practice, before the advent of anesthesia, of giving a patient a lead bullet or a piece of leather to bite down on during a painful surgical procedure. The intense pressure and distraction were meant to help them cope with the agony, preventing them from screaming or clenching their jaws to the point of breaking their teeth. Military surgeons during the Napoleonic Wars and the American Civil War often resorted to this harsh method. The memoirs of countless soldiers and the medical texts of the era, such as those examined by military medical historians like Jocker, Alfred J. Bullitt, paint a vivid picture of this brutal reality. The bullet, often made of soft lead, would deform from the force of the bite, a silent testament to the suffering endured. This phrase, therefore, is not merely about enduring hardship. It's about facing extreme pain or an unpleasant situation with fortitude and grim determination. It speaks to a deep, primal human capacity for resilience in the face of suffering. When you bite the bullet today, you're channeling the stoicism of countless individuals who faced their pain head-on, with nothing but a piece of metal between their teeth and oblivion. Our final linguistic journey takes us to the intricate social hierarchies of medieval Europe, where bloodlines determined destiny and purity was fiercely guarded. You are among the nobility, and you are proud of your lineage, your family's ancient claim to power. Your claim to distinction is that you possess blue blood. This idiom, meaning noble or aristocratic lineage, originated in medieval Spain as sangre azul. It was used by the Castilian nobility to distinguish themselves from other groups, particularly the Moors and Jews, who had darker skin tones. The pale skin of the Castilians allowed the blue veins beneath to be more visible, creating the impression of blue blood flowing through their veins, supposedly uncontaminated by those of different ethnicities. The concept was entirely about perceived racial purity and social status, a stark visual contrast in an era obsessed with lineage. Historians like Drs. Helen Nader have extensively researched the cultural and political significance of sangre azul in shaping Spanish identity and social structures. This seemingly innocent phrase, therefore, carries a complex and often troubling history, rooted in racial and class discrimination. It highlights how physical appearance was once used to justify social stratification, and how deeply ingrained these ideas became. When we speak of blue blood today, it's often with a touch of irony, recognizing the antiquated and often baseless nature of such distinctions. Yet, the phrase endures, a subtle reminder of ancient prejudices and the persistent human tendency to define status through superficial markers. Our language, seemingly a modern construct, is in fact a living museum. It is a vast, interconnected web of forgotten histories, cultural practices, and ancient wisdom. Every time you employ an idiom, you are not just communicating, you are echoing the experiences of countless generations before you. These are not merely phrases, they are linguistic monuments, testaments to the enduring power of human experience. From the Roman amphitheaters to Native American peace councils, from desperate battlefields to medieval courts, the echoes of the past resonate. So, the next time you find yourself standing at the edge of a forgotten battlefield of everyday words, consider the profound depths hidden within. What other ancient whispers might be waiting for you to uncover, simply by paying closer attention to the language you speak? Your voice is a time capsule,